Hello, welcome to our Thursday June online card class. This is also our day 4 of our summer camp. Thank you guys for playing along with me and joining in with me with a crafty camp all week long. So we've had 4 days of live videos right here on my Facebook page, and I'm so grateful you guys have joined us. Yesterday was a little crazy. Wednesdays are always really crazy here in the studio because I have like all my workers here. Hello, Nancy. And we are so busy on Wednesdays. We just work from the second we get here until sometimes pretty darn late. I know Nancy was here pretty late yesterday. So we were running our die cutting and punching and working, and anyway, so thank you for joining me here on a Wednesday. Yesterday, I had lots of sneak peek things to show you, right? So let me just in case you missed yesterday's, I'm gonna tease you to go back and watch the video. We made this gorgeous card. Look, I fixed my screw up, and then there you go. Hello, campers. Like we always do a roll call. Who's here? Who has made all 4 days? Let me know that too. So here's this version that I also did. So this product you can't purchase yet unless you put it on a starter kit, or you are a demonstrator, you can get it already too. So this is what we made yesterday, and this was the one I actually made for you, the cute little fox. So just to give you a little tease to go back and watch some of those other videos. We have been very busy here this week. On Tuesday, we showed you some of our new kits, and then we showed you some of these beautiful cards. This one was super fun with a confetti birthday kit. Really fun, easy birthday cards. Monday, I think, was everyone's favorite. I don't know, because it's fun folds. Everyone loves fun folds. I do too. Today even has some fun folds. But we made this really awesome one on Monday, so you can go back and watch that video. It was actually a pretty easy fun fold. I still found a way to kind of screw it up. Here's this one, showcasing the masterfully made, beautiful, how it showcases all that paper. And then we made this one too. So I'm just showing you what we made earlier in the week, so if you want to go back and watch, you can. All right, so, oh my friends, guess what? I just finished our June Creating for Christ. Cannot wait to show it to you. I'm like almost feeling emotional about it. I love it so much. So anyway, just want to let you know, all my Creating for Christ people, I know you've been very patient waiting. If you can tell, I've done a lot of designing this month. So that one I've been kind of a work in progress. I pray my way through it because I want to make sure that I'm really doing the right things. So I'm doing the things that God wants me to do is what I wanted to say. Okay, so let's jump into today. Today is an actual online card class. So everyone can watch it along with us, but I also have been doing card classes for 21 years, and I've always ran them the same way, and I still do. So what we do is I'm gonna make 4 cards for you today, and if you place an order, then your card class is free. That's how I've always done it. I'll let Stampin' Up! Pay me, not you guys, right? You guys can get product. Stampin' Up! Will pay me enough that I can, obviously run my card classes this way. So when you place your order of at least $40 or more, you are going to get all the cardstock, the designer series paper, all the die cutting done for you, so that when in the mail, it's gonna come this pretty little package. They're all gonna be sorted in an envelope so that you can create the cards. You're gonna use your own stamps and your own ink, but everything else is for you. And if there's any dots, you'll use your own dots or gems or whatever. Because this time we're adding in, if your order goes over $50, your online order that you place with me in my online store, and the link is attached to this video, and I'll post it too so you have it, because you do have to use that link, because that link shows that you're ordering for this class. Guess who's here with me today? Lola. She always just likes to say hi. So it's never quite quiet here in the studio. All right. So if your order goes over $50, any amount over $50, so you could spend $100 if you want to, because you're going to want everything I'm using today, then you're also going to get the free package of the In Color Jute Twine. All right, so that is our excitement for today. Today is the class. So if you ordered starting on Monday all the way through Sunday, so I'm giving you 1 full week to place that order. If you place that order using this host code, this link, then I'm going to send this to you. So we've had online orders this week, and hopefully you'll be excited when you'll get your card pack. We're not shipping them till the end of next week, because next week I'm going to be in St. George. Next week I'm going to be in St. George, Utah, with a bunch of demonstrators, just kind of hanging out and having fun. All right, you guys ready? I think there's a bunch of you on here, and I'm ready to get started as well. I have a wedding that I'm going to tomorrow, a Friday night wedding, which is not always the most common. But my nephew is getting married, and so my whole family's going to be there. I'm really excited about it. All right, thank you guys for joining me. Let's hope today I don't get anybody on here who says things to distract me. Yesterday I was super distracted. But that's just kind of how life goes. I know whenever Lola barks, everybody else's dogs start to bark too, so I'm definitely sorry about that. But Lola is here with me today because I have to leave her for the weekend, so I know she wanted to come with me. All right, we are using, again, Darling Details. I'm using this one a lot this week. Mostly because I want to show you some of the things that I love that I'll be using in my events, so that for those of you, and do you know what? I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate you that purchase my camps, my retreats, my classes. We send out over 500 classes every month, and so lots of you take those. And so I want to make sure I give you lots and lots of reasons to be able to love the product that I'm featuring. So the Darling Details is one of the products I'll be featuring in our summer retreat, just to give you a heads up. And so I want to give you lots of reasons to use it because I love it. So this is going to be for this card. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. One of the other really big highlights for June, besides the fact that the starter kit is on sale, is that also there's most of all of our designer series paper is also 15% off. And the pack that I'm featuring 2 packs today. This one I've saved to today because it's more expensive. It's $30 this pack of paper, but it's so cool. It's called Delightfully Eclectic. And the best way for me to describe it is that it's very eclectic. Has a little bit of everything, every style, every personality, and they don't really go together. Like, look at these beautiful, bright, bold flowers. And here's these simple, sweet flowers. Then there's, again, like this crushed curry. I love these 2 pieces together. But then there's like baby strawberries. I'm using this piece in our summer retreat. I love this piece of paper so much. Love it, love it, love it. But then we'll have like almost like a masculine piece, and we're gonna be using this one today, like a plaid. And then we have, like office paper. I love this. We're using this on our first card. We're using this on our second card. Well, one of my cards we're using this. So anyway, this like beautiful daisies and bright, the lemons. Again, so it is eclectic. I love this one. Oh, well, this one, you have to make sure you watch my 5-Minute Friday. I'm going to show you the cutest project with this. So pretzels, right? Like it has pretzels. So there is something in here. This is the piece we're going to use right now. So here's the front and the back. It's using our bubble bath paper. I'm wearing a bubble bath shirt today, so I thought I had to make a bubble bath card. So again, that one is normally $30, but right now, because of the special, you get to get it for $25. So it is an awesome one for you to add on to your order. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that piece of bubble bath and fold it in half. Then I'm gonna take my trimmer and I'm going to cut off 3 inches off the front of this card. When I have a piece of cardstock that I love both sides, this is one of the cards that I will make, because you do get to see both sides of the paper. So this one, I love both sides and both sides coordinate. That doesn't always happen, but in this one, it does. So this is like one of those really special cards that I'll make when I love both sides and both sides coordinate so well together. So I have, I put my adhesive there, and I want this, oh, before I do that, the Darling Details, I almost forgot this. It's just a little detail, which is what this whole set is called. It has these dies, so it has like some freestanding flowers, and obviously ones that you cut when you stamp, cut out when you stamp. And then it has these like frames, and then it has this long one here. So I ran this long one through. I already did it first. I wanted to make today a little bit quicker since I'm making 4 cards. Sometimes 4 cards can take a little bit longer. So I'm gonna take that, and then this is gonna get glued down to here. I just wanted to give just a little bit of a sweet edge, and that is what this little piece does. You can show a little bit more of it, you can show a little bit less, but I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that down there. And it looks about straight. And then I'll just trim off the edge that's hanging over. So that, and I know you guys had just scraps of white hanging around. Now I'm going to put some more adhesive back here. And now I'm gonna glue this down. So this is 5.5 by 4. So it's not by 4 1/4, because then this way you're maximizing your paper this way. So we're just gonna go ahead and fold this down. There you go, look at that. Isn't that a beautiful card front? And the cool part is when you open it up, you get to enjoy both sides of the paper. I make this card a lot, so I know it's not anything like new for you guys. All right, I'm using one of my absolute favorites, the nested essential dies. I've been using them a ton, so you can see all that. Again, whenever I have 2 of everything, you know I love it. So love that one. So I'm gonna take that, and we are going to, but before I do that, I wanted to wrap my ribbon around. Another one of my favorites is the sheer ribbon combo pack. You get all 3 colors, so it's got that bubble bath. So I'm gonna take that and wrap that around the card here. It has this, actually, the one cool part about it, well, lots of cool, it's beautiful ribbon, easy to tie, super, super pretty, but it has like this very, very thin, like silver sparkling edge to it. So it almost gives like a little bit of a sparkle. I know, don't you guys, this paper is so cool because in one pack of paper, you get so many different looks. They named it perfectly. I know coming up with their names has to be tricky, but the name of this this paper is Delightfully Eclectic, and it really is. If I had to look up or say what I would call this paper, I would have said it's very eclectic, and it sure it really is. So I just went ahead and added in that that bow now, because this is going to go right over here. But before I add that in, actually I might not. I might put it all the way over so I don't hide any of it. There. I don't want to hide any of it. I love it. There we go. We're going to stamp. We're going to take the bubble bath, and we're going to take our, this is why I love this flower. I think, and I love the words too. The words are really awesome, but the flower was what made me fall in love with this set to begin with. So I'm going to take the bubble bath, and I'm going to stamp the background with the bubble bath. Well, I need to stamp it off so it's not so dark. And then I'm going to stamp it down here, or kind of, well, just right there. That looks about good. And then I'm going to take the details, and we're going to ink that up and then line this up. Oh goodness, it's not always easy to line up when I'm on a video, but let's just say a little hope and prayer. Hope. Not bad, not bad. So there's that. And then I'm going to take the old olive. Before I glue this down, I'm going to stamp. I have made so many mistakes this week. You would have thought I've never stamped before in my life. So So I'm gonna try not to make as many mistakes today, but you know, that's what we do, and that's what, oh, yeah, there's Lola. She's not said one peep all day. Well, except for when I stepped on her paw earlier. I felt so bad, she cried. But anyway, they're stamping that word friend up there in the corner. Again, I looked at it because I didn't want to be crooked. And now, of course, when you get, it's like, okay, she's just like a child. Is your dog like that? So the minute Lola knows that I'm busy, she starts to get real naughty. And so, and that's what she knows. She knows I'm on a video, so she gets naughty. All right, I stamped it. I did the exact same thing again over here, and it has a die that cuts it out. Now, I left this here because I wanted to show you how I run it through. I always put a piece of washi tape, and you just keep, I will use this same piece over and over and over again until it doesn't work anymore, and just keep it on your die cutting machine. So I'm gonna put this is the one I use up here. I'm gonna use it up here. So anyway, I went ahead, now see, that's how I keep it so it stays perfectly straight. I always forget to leave one up here, now I do. So I wanna add another flower to this. So if you don't have washi tape, we don't sell it anymore. I have gobs and gobs of it because we used to sell it a lot. You can buy washi tape from a store, but I'm sure if any of you have ever crafted before, you have washi tape. Okay, to also make it go a little bit faster, I ran through a couple of these sprigs and old olive that are in here. So one's really detailed, one's not. All right, let's just stick this baby together. I'm gonna just glue this down, Stampin' Seal Plus, that's my favorite adhesive. And I'm gonna put this on here. Isn't this card so, it's just so sweet. I think it's so sweet. And then I have this other little flower that I'm gonna stick down with dimensionals. And you can do this with any of the pieces of paper, but you know, the one I love the most is when I love the both sides of the paper. Look at that, see? This is just so fun, so fun. Anyway, so I have another little flower I'm gonna stick down here. Let's just tie this all in together. I have so many friends I would love to send this to. And I'm just gonna like shove these in here somewhere, you know, just to add a little bit of, you know, decoration. I love these. People put sprigs all over the place, so I just always try to kind of do the same thing, right? There you go. So look at my beautiful card. It is, there you go. There you go, friend. I'm sure you can think of many different friends, and then when you open it up, of course you guys could decorate the inside too if you wanted to. I'm just not going to because of time, but you can definitely put another piece in there and decorate with more flowers. But this definitely showcases both sides of each paper. Love the darling details. Well, let's just add on a little bit of extraness. This is the adhesive backed sequins trio. So you get all these three, pretty peacock, but it also comes with this clear iridescent one. So of course you can sprinkle that one anywhere. And I think this pink one, there's also like a little pink in here that will go nicely on this card too. Let's get a little pink one here. Yep, so pretty, so pretty. Let's add one more white one if I can up to here. There you go. So that just adds that little bit of sparkle. I love the sequins because it doesn't add any like depth to your card. So they're nice and flat. And thank you, thank you. If you guys love it, give me a heart. That's what I love to see. And here we go. Or if you're on YouTube watching this, you can always give me thumbs up too. All right, so there's card number 1. Let's go to card number 2. Hey, I didn't get too messy with that one. Let's clean these off real quick because I need to use these blocks again. See? All right. And typically I would decorate this envelope, but we're gonna go on the next card. All right, and put our stamps back real quick. You can tell I've already well loved this stamp set a lot. Okay, so our next card is I like to kind of reinforce some things that we've done. So I'm going to be making a card of one of the, I think I made it yesterday. I made it one day this week. You know, all the days start to blend in together. And all the projects, I swear I've been stamping nonstop all week to get ready for all the things we have going on. So, let me pull out all my pieces. So this is our pebbled path. This is another, I'm using another sheet out of that Delightfully Eclectic because I want to make one that is maybe a little bit more, you know, a little bit more, you know, maybe masculine if you want to call it that, or anyway, it's one that, but look at the flip side, it's not. And if you put those two together, it's so pretty. But we're gonna do, I want this to be not necessarily masculine, just a little bit less frilly. Is that a better word? Because I have a lot of friends that I would send this to too that just are really not into all the frills and stuff. All right, so this piece of pebbled path is 5.5 by 11, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, 5.5, and 6 3/4. So that's the same measurement that I used yesterday, in case you watched yesterday's, because I really loved that this fold. So I want to make this one this fold too. I actually have a person in mind. It's a friend who's on our golf league. I have this one in mind for her. Okay, so one of the products that I've been using a lot is this Everyday Thanks. This is an optional class that I am offering. Hey, do you guys want to see that ordered it? Let me go get the cards. I love them so much. I'm gonna run. This is my only exercise for the day. So, but if you don't want to see them, because we're shipping this out next week, but I gotta show you these if you want to see them. If you want, you can close your eyes. So this is an optional class that I offered for my stamp camp, but I loved it so much I cut a ton more because I'm going to offer this as a class next week for those who didn't get it. But it's called Everyday Thanks, and it's something for these, like, the service people in our life, or, you know, our first responders. But we've got nurses and doctors, and, you know, I think anybody who kind of like bandages up your boo-boos, teachers, coaches, you know, police officers, or people who drive, or paramedics of any kind. I mean, it is like one of my favorite sets. So this is what I ran this just quick and simple little optional class with it, and they made 5 cards. So there's that one. I love this one for a teacher. Isn't that so neat? Great for a teacher. Again, if you took this class, shut your eyes if you don't want to see the samples. So here's, I'm making one very similar to this today. I love this one. I'm using that metal plate, so to me it looks very, you know, first responder-ish. So there's that one, and then here is one for like a coach. All right, so love that class, love this stamp set. So again, it's something you could always, you know, throw on your order if you want to. Okay, so that's what we're using for this class, just to kind of give you an idea. So remember, the first thing I did with this one was we want to actually glue this little accordion down. So you're going to glue that down. You kept your eyes open, Michelle. I know, I am terrible about showing you guys sneak peeks. I get so excited, I can't wait for you to see them. Anyway, so on the outside here, but this card's going to go the other direction. So on the outside here, I have, this is a 2-inch piece of that Delightfully Eclectic paper. I'm going to put that right down here to the middle, like that. I love just doing layers of vellum. So, and I'm going to put just a piece of glue in the middle because I'm going to cover that up. But that just really softens up the card. I love that. All right, so now I have 2 of our countryside corners. The second, I'm using the second and the third. Again, this is one of our new products too that are out there. So, but before I glue this down, I'm going to take some of that pebbled path twine. And remember, if you order this class and you spend over $50, then you get this for free. The whole pack. You get all 5 colors for free. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap some of that around there. You could wrap it around once, but I I love to use up my product and use lots of it. So this In Color Jute is nice and easy to work with. I really enjoyed it. I've used it a bunch because we used it in our Gone Fishing camp as well. So anyway, but then my boho blue is almost gone. There's that. Now I'm gonna take this and I'm going to glue it down. Again, you could use a dimensionals, but if you use Stampin' Seal Plus, then that's gonna stay right where you want it to. I didn't want this one to have too much pop because the one above it's gonna have all the pop, right? So there is that. Now I'm taking the same white and we're gonna go through, and let's do some stamping. This one is so fun to stamp with. I am gonna make this for someone I know that is a nurse, and she's on my golf league, and she's had kind of a rough time. And so I wanna make this card for her. So that's why I chose this color. To me, this felt very golfish. So I'll stamp that over here. And then we're going to color. So I got the Pebbled Path. That is what I'm gonna use for, what's nice about this stamp set, there is no set of dies because you really don't need them. It's very, very easy to stamp and cut out yourself, or just stamp them directly on there. There's not a lot of detail, like super detail. So it's actually really easy to cut out. Yes, Michelle, I'm talking to you. You can cut these out. It's not horrible. There you go. And just, this is the very light, misty, it's the lighter shade of the Misty Moonlight. So to me, this also just felt very doctor-ish, nurse-ish. All right, next I'm taking the Misty Moonlight stamp pad on a scrap piece of white, using the thank you for everything you do. Love the font on this. And I'm just gonna stamp that down there with Misty Moonlight. And I'm gonna take my scissors. Let's see. This card is fun to make, right? Isn't that why we do what we do? You know, making handmade cards is something people will always be like, oh, you know, digital cards are, you know, gonna take over. Heck no. I think homemade cards even now today are even more popular than they were when I started. It's cool to do things homemade, and time is the most precious thing that we can give people. But anyway, it's actually the fun of making it, and then it's the joy of giving it. So it is something that it's so much more than just about giving a card, right? We can be a little selfish where it's fun to make it too. Your hobby, so sometimes hobbies can be like golf. Golf is one of my hobbies and I love it. And I do it so I can play with my husband and my kids and my friends. But it's pretty much all about me. Where this one, it is a great hobby, but it's also, it can be therapeutic, like Jennifer said, where it can really help anxiety and depression, and it can really, really help that. But it's also about giving it to people, right? Like what it does when you give it to people. So there is the outside. I feel like I do, you can tell this one really pops. If you can tell that layer really pops. So I didn't want to pop the other one too. I am going to take this, these adhesive back sequins because I want to, oops, hey, I actually put my top back on. Can't think of the last time I've ever done that. Usually you just find my tops laying all over the place. Like you know how your scissors come with those covers? Yeah, that lasts about 3 days with me. And then I've lost it somehow. So I'm just gonna add on a few of those little sequins. I feel like I need one more little one right down there. There you go. So that outside. Now, if you were making this for like a doctor or someone that you know that's a man, you can leave off the sequins. You don't need those on there. You do get lots of, so anyway, so on the inside, I have that original piece that I cut off. So again, this is where we can really showcase our paper. So that's just, this is 3 3/4 by 5. So it's a little bit, oh, well, I just put that down pretty crooked. 3 3/4 by 5 because I wanted to get 6 out of one part of the paper, and then I have a nice 2-inch strip for the front. So that's why I did that. Then I took one more of our country corners, and this actually, I think the Band-Aid kind of goes along with the whole, nurse theme too, or doctor theme, however you want it to be. But I'm gonna go ahead and just stamp this Band-Aid down here, because I think, again, it goes perfect. This is the ivory. So I'm taking the ivory and doing the little heart. Actually, I lied. The ivory was for the Band-Aid itself, because it makes it look, to me, it makes it look like a real Band-Aid. All right. There you go. I'm using the big felt tip. Doesn't that look like a real Band-Aid color? I don't know. I thought that was so cool. So this is the ivory. So if you're looking for a Band-Aid color, to me, this is like the perfect Band-Aid. Like if you want it to be like a real Band-Aid. And then I'm taking that light Misty Moonlight, which I didn't need to color this in, so who knows what color this will be, but it looks really good. There! See? This, sorry, I squealed a little bit. Oh, gotta contain myself. It's fun. All right, so that is gonna go right here. And so, okay, voila! What do you guys think of our card number 2? And you can do all the different color schemes. So if you're just joining me, I showed you, let me show you another version of that card. It's still in shades of blue, but it's with a boho blue. So, this one I just did a little bit darker. And this one I did the fun fold. There you go. Now, if you wanted to sign this from like a bunch of people, like say, then you could put a piece of white in here and everybody could sign it. You could even sign it up here. But this one, it's just, a little message can go right there. All right, there's your card number 2. All right, let's jump on to card number 3. I love my enthusiasm, or my really goofy excitement over stamps and ink. That is, I love, if you work here in my studio, it's so funny. One of my favorite things to do is to open a new pack of dimensionals. I don't know, I just love it. And I get so excited. And Arlena and Nancy, they kind of laugh at me, but they feel the same way. So sometimes I'll hear them kind of squeal with excitement too. So we do a lot of squealing here, and it's okay. Yeah, we're with like-minded people, so. All right, okay, moving on. I got 2 more to show you guys. So my card classes, I do four cards. And again, the pieces are free when you place your order. And this is an online card class, so we don't meet live. All right, let's go. Let's see. I'm trying to keep it up as I go along, so I don't get so discombobulated. All right. Okay, card number 3 is I'm so far my last card. I'm going to use a different pack of paper. So this one though, I know the ivory is perfect for a Band-Aid. Still using the Delightfully Eclectic paper. This is the piece I'm using here. These again, see, that's so cool, where they're like, every piece is like different. And then there's a lot of black and white bold pieces. All right, ready for a quick and simple easy card? Of course, all of my cards are. So this is a piece of our thick white, and 4 1/4 by 11. Use your, again, Nancy came in and cleaned all my bone folders after Monday when I used it and I got my paper dirty. She came in actually before me, just a little bit before me, and came and cleaned them all. All right, then I cut a piece of just regular basic white that is 5 by 3 1/4. I cut a piece of that daisy, this is not the daisy paper. This is the Delightfully Eclectic, but it's obviously the daisies. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the side here. Now this was one, again, I love both sides of the paper, so I wanted to have some of that other piece kind of poking out. So this is a 2-inch piece, and this is just like a 1-inch piece. So I think daisies and lemons are just perfect together. I just think that this is a match made in heaven. The colors of these are kind of petal pink. So this is not the bubble bath, it's like a petal pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down over there. this is going to get, I can put this down because I'm not stamping directly on this. I have a tag I'm going to stamp on. So we're going to put these. And I do open a new pack of dimensionals almost every other week. So we go through them, I go through them really fast. All right, so that's gonna get put down to the front of our card, a little white on white action. I'm taking 2 punches that I have here, 2 punches. This is our 2-inch circle punch, which we just came back out with. It's not in the catalog. It's one of those online exclusives. So, hello everybody. I see lots of new people jumping on here, so you can always go back and watch the replay. Anyway, I am going to just punch out with the 2-inch circle punch, kind of fits perfectly, one of these daisies. And then I have a scrap piece of white, and I'm using our decorative circle. It's $22 for this punch, and it's just a one-time purchase because it'll last you forever. And it just gives a nice little swirly, squiggle swirl around the outside, whatever you want to call that. And then that's gonna go there. See, how easy. I didn't even have to stamp it. I didn't have to die cut it. This is my jam. All right, and then we're gonna just take some dimensionals and pop that up here on the card. And then I have, oh boy, I had one. Let's see, maybe it's still in the envelope. Yes, sweet, it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that down here on our card. I think that looks okay. If I have to move it, I can move it. I'm using one of the little tags out of the tailor-made, who has this set of dies? Does anybody have this set of dies? How did you say that again? Oh goodness, who knows, Michelle? I probably would never say that again, who knows? I love the tailor-made tags. Use them a lot for, obviously, hello, tags. And I use them for like actual real tags that I would hang from a gift, or on card fronts all the time. So, and one's a little bit more like, you know, ornate, and one is, you know, more just regular, like a regular tag. And that's what this one is. So I am using the stamp set though, Cheerful Daisies. This was one of the ones that have, I know a lot of people have been very, very loving this one. I'm just using the stamp set because look at this. It says, "Oopsie daisy, so sorry." I love that saying. There's a lot of times I want to say I'm sorry. I think it's good to apologize when you know you've screwed up. So again, I like to kind of put that down there. The ink I'm using is Pebbled Path. There's no Pebbled Path on here. I didn't want to stamp in like the yellow because sometimes people can't see yellow very good, or the pink, it's a little too pale. Typically I would almost stamp in black, but Pebbled Path is a really, really nice neutral color. So I've been using it a lot just for words on things. It's not as dark as black, but it's kind of softer. So I am stamping that Oopsie Daisy, so sorry. And look, it fits, like that tag was made for that stamp. Like I think Stampin' Up! Did it just for that stamp because it fits perfectly. All right, I'm gonna go back to my In Color. So this matches Wild Wheat, but look, it really matches Crushed Curry too. So this is kind of a twofer. You get it for 2 for them, right? So I'm gonna just go ahead and thread this through here and trim that off. And just tie, we're gonna attempt. We'll see what it looks like with a bow. If my bow is not too goofy, because I'm working a little faster, but we'll see. It always starts off goofy. All it does is when you tie a goofy bow, you just gotta kind of work with it a little bit, and then you can usually get it to look nice. And if I don't, then I just untie it and I'll just start all over again. But this one I want to be a little bit smaller. Daisies are a little bit daintier. All right, then we'll just trim off that excess there. Okay, so Oopsie Daisy. See, look how cute this card is. All right, and you know I'm gonna make you guys pick a favorite. So you might, I thought you already had a favorite, but now I'm gonna change your mind on it, right? So let me just make sure I get this in the right way. And see, I really, really love the the pebbled path as the words on that. So there's our card. You know, sometimes we don't like to make mistakes, or we don't like to maybe hurt someone's feelings, or we don't like to do those things. But when we do, like, I think it's so powerful to say that you're sorry. And not that it fixes everything, but I think sometimes it just is a powerful thing. Some people don't admit that they're sorry, and then, you know, they just rather hold everything in. And I just think it's something as we've grown older that we know we just gotta, sometimes we screw up. Okay, I love this piece too, so I'm just gonna throw it right here on the inside. It was just sitting on my desk left over, but I think that it brings it kind of brings the front of the card into the inside of the card. And of course you could stamp some daisies if you wanted to as well. So there's card number 3. Are you guys ready for the 4th and final one? All right, so let's jump in. Our last card is using a different pack of paper. It's one I used at the very beginning of the week, and it's also the one I have featured this month in my card club. Shout out to my card club members. It's called Masterfully Made, and it is, again, it's paper it's 12 by 12 paper that's based on torn paper. And it is like masterfully made. So I'm using this piece here. There's actually a couple of them. I saw this piece in person when I went to Stampin' Up, and this is like actually really hand torn paper. So it's not made on a computer. Like they really did it. So you could do the same thing with this piece as well. So and it matches Pretty Peacock. Pretty Peacock is one of our colors that has come back again. Obviously, we're really happy about that. I'm sure a lot of you are. And then I cut a piece of that paper to 3 by 4. I'm gonna take my scissors. I'm gonna do a little roughing up. I'm gonna rough somebody up. So you could tear it, but I really don't wanna make it any smaller. I just kinda wanna rough it up a little bit. So I take my scissors and just kind of go like that. Okay. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. And if you tear it, like that, it's okay. It's meant to be a little roughed up. That was a total coincidence. I didn't mean to tear it right there, but I know it does happen, and I just kind of leave it because it's the look of what I want this to kind of look like, is kind of like a torn, I could tear it if I wanted to. I don't want to tear it. I just want it to be a little roughed up. So go ahead. If you've got some anger issues, get out your paper, start roughing things up. And sometimes I'll even like curl it a little bit, like that. So next I'm gonna take a piece of lemon lime twist, and it's by 4 inches, maybe 1.5, and that I am going to tear. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tear that. So now I have 2 pieces that are torn. Let's take our adhesive, and I'm gonna go along the top here and then the bottom. Look, this side, look, it's lemon lime twist. It looks like torn paper. Look at that. This is how real it looks, right? So anyway, now I'm just gonna go ahead and glue down just that little peak there, and then same thing on the other side. Okay, look at that. So cool. All right, I'm going to then glue that down to a piece of just basic white. And I can't remember. All right, there we go. Let's just put it about right there. That looks just about right. And that's gonna get glued down the front of our card. This card is truly stunning and beautiful, and it's all about the ease of that paper. Like, the paper is really what makes it. And of course, color coordination. That is why you buy from Stampin' Up, right? That is like the #1 reason why, is because they do that color coordination for us. When I see people who make cards that are not from Stampin' Up, that's almost the one thing I notice, is like, yeah, those colors really don't match. Thank you for the card. I love the card, always grateful. But if I'm being, a little snooty, I will be like, oh yeah, that's the benefit. So there, I wanted to kind of make sure I got that the way I wanted it to be, just a little bit ruffled. Okay, what do I have next? Let's finish the outside. I'm using the stamp set. Again, let's use Cheerful Daisies. I always can use more birthday cards. Can you guys always use more birthday cards? Debbie's already giving her favorites. Debbie, I'm not even done yet. You have to wait until I'm done. Trisha made it, right, Michelle? Our little campers are all together. Okay, so, here we go. So I'm gonna use, it says, wishing you the brightest birthday. And to me, this card is very bright. Bright, beautiful, cheery. Let's see, what color stamp pad did I bring? I brought Pretty Peacock for our words. Oh, so I gotta do this. Wishing you the brightest birthday. Let's ink that up. I'm gonna go all the way over here to the one, so it's kind of off-centered. And then one of our other new things that we're carrying is this. It's called a ribbon combo pack. Oh, here, let me show it to you. I got a piece of it here. It comes with these two ribbons, the petal pink, which would have actually gone beautiful on that daisy card too, and then also this lemon lime twist. So they come together in a pack of two, and it's actually called Ribbon Combo Pack. I know that one's a real fun name. All right, so I'm going to take that, and I'm going to tie this here in a cute little bow. You just heard me say a sigh, right? Because I'm like, Rhonda, why did you put so many bows on your cards today? I do love my ribbon. Some crafters don't like to use ribbon. That's okay. You don't have to. I don't fall into that category. If any of the cards that I make and you don't like ribbon, just leave the ribbon off. The card is beautiful even without the ribbon. I love the cards with ribbon on them. But not everybody does. So it doesn't mean you can't copy my cards. It just means just leave the ribbon off if you don't like it. Here we go. We're gonna just trim this off. And then we have this cute little bow down there at the bottom. Take our dimensionals. Here we go. Okay, she called her friends naughty. That's because you guys all enable each other to spend lots of money and enjoy and just enjoy what we do. And then we get to enjoy it with friends. That's the best part. Okay, all right, so that just went right down there at the bottom. So this suite is made, it's made for these adhesive back trios. It might actually be a part of this suite. And I mix the suites up. But I put the top on again. Wow, my husband would be proud of me putting something back where it belongs. It's like this card was made for this pack of paper. And I'm using the Pretty Peacock. Let's add in, and then a couple of the iridescent ones are always beautiful. Let's put this one here. Just sprinkle them on. You can put them anywhere. All right, so wishing you the brightest birthday. You can see how those sequins just add just that little bit of fun. I'm gonna put one more little pink one, I think right there. There you go. Now, let's open it up. Oh, we gotta do the inside. So I don't always decorate the inside of the cards. My piece for the inside, this is 3.5 by 5, and that's so that you can get 5 out of a sheet. And all you need is a place to write your little message. I have some more of that masterfully made paper, and this one is the Berry Burst in the torn look. So it's just a little strip. Again, I love this because it just uses up all those little strips. But this time I want to add one more thing. Look, I love the flowers and the look. So let me show you. We actually have a punch that would help you to make these flowers because it already has the 3. It's a Petal Park Builder Punch. And so I'm going to punch these out. Heck, I could even maybe put I'm just going to punch it all out. And then you take, I just want the pieces. Those were I want the leaf too. Then you just take them and you just roll them up. You can take your bone folder and really curl up the edges. I love the jewel tones too. All right, so if you guys are just joining me, obviously I'm almost done, so you might have to go back and watch the beginning, but share this video so you can, that's also how you can find it easier later too, is when you share it. But also sharing is caring. If you're watching on YouTube, say hi to me, leave me a comment, and also just make sure you're subscribed because I do videos. I don't do them 5 days in a row. This week was very special. This was my summer camp week. But I do videos throughout the month. And I always do at least one online card class every month. But this week was a special week, so thank you campers for joining me. I wanted to do like a little summer camp. That's one thing that I remember from kids and my own kids and actually right now my son Carter is at a summer camp. Like camps are something that we do a lot of, so I wanted to have our own summer camp and where we did all kinds of crafting together. All right, so I just wanted to do that, and I'm using mini glue dots because I don't want this to pop. I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be really super poofy. I want it to be a little bit more flat. Because look, I'm gonna decorate I could put this out here if I wanted to, but I didn't want to take away from those flowers. These flowers are so gorgeous all on their own. I didn't want to compete with them. So, but instead I am gonna put it down here. I'm gonna put it, let's see, where do I want to put it? Just down here maybe down here at the bottom. And then again, you can just look at that. It looks almost just like one of the flowers on the front, if I must say so myself. And then you could take one of the sequins and put there on the inside. Now, now you gotta vote which one's your favorite. All right, so let me get them all out here. If you're, this is my online card club. If you would like the pieces to all these cards, obviously if you're in the United States, shipped to you, you just have to place your online order. I only give my card classes for free. So you get them for free when you place your online order of at least $40. I'll send you the pieces for the 4 cards. You have to have your own stamps and ink, and you can use whatever ones you want to, or you can buy the ones on your order. So that way, that you actually have the ones to be able to copy it. And then, let's see, let's move up these a little bit here. These are our 4 cards that we made today. Anyway, but if your order goes over $50, then I throw in a free gift. And this month is really awesome. You're gonna get the whole pack, all 5 colors of the jute trim. All right, there you go. Let me see. There she goes again. You guys know me so well. I think this one might be my favorite. I just love that softness. Okay, wait. I changed my mind. I think this one is my favorite. I think because of that. Like it's those little touches sometimes I think that make a card so special. Although I love the word oopsie daisy, so sorry. Maybe this one is my favorite. Oh, but I made this specifically for one of my friends. And so when I make them because there's somebody that I'm really thinking of. So there you go. This is your card. Oh, look at the Band-Aid. Okay, maybe this one is my favorite. All right, I know it's a hard one to pick. But they're all sweet and simple. I'm so grateful that you guys joined me today. My name is Ronda Wade. If you've never watched me before, let me know if this is your first time. And for some of you, I know this is probably your 100th time or maybe even 200th time. Actually, I have over 700 videos on on YouTube. But really, 500 of them are private. So not everybody gets to watch them because they're a part of my camps and classes and things like that. So anyway, I am just so grateful for you guys. You bring me so much joy. So you have until Sunday to order to get this class for free. We will be shipping it out a week later because we have to wait to get the orders. I have to get your presents and prizes. I have to cut all the paper, package it up, ship it, and I'm gonna be gone next week. So I won't be doing a video next week, but I'll be back the week after. All right, now tomorrow, there's one more day. There's one more day of our summer camp. Tomorrow, because these have all been about an hour long, so tomorrow is what I like to call a 5-minute Friday. I'm gonna warn you, the video says it's 8 minutes, but it's because I talked a little bit, but my actual crafting was only 5 minutes. So tomorrow I have a 5-minute Friday project, and it's actually a box. And yep, you're gonna make it in less than 5 minutes, and I know you can too. After you've made it once or twice, then you'll be a pro at it. It's one of my favorite boxes, and I use it a lot. So that is a YouTube video. It's gonna be pre-recorded, and so, but I will share it here with you at 1 o'clock, because that's kind of the time that we've been coming along. All right, again, thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, send me a message, leave me a comment, and I will definitely get back to you. All right, thanks again. Bye-bye.